Now, at least 8 people have died in a crash on the N2 Northbound after the Mtunzini Toll Plaza in Empangeni in KwaZulu-Natal. A truck as well as a van transporting 24 members of the Zion Christian Church collided earlier this morning, reportedly en route to Dugudugu in Mtuba. Several people were injured and have been taken to nearby hospitals. An investigation also has been launched. Let's speak then to Siboniso Duma, then the MEC for KZN Transport then as well. Mr. Duma, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. Just wanted to ask if you could reflect and perhaps share a few more details with regards to exact numbers. Is that headline correct indeed? 8 lives being lost in this 2-vehicle collision.
Let me greet your good self, Arabile, and your viewers, and also wish them the happy Mother's Days. Although in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we've just encountered this tragic accident which took place this morning. Indeed, as you might know, that we did encounter some accident, but there were no fatalities. Unfortunately, in this one, in an N2, in a very open and visible road, this accident occurred. At this point in time, we could just confirm that yes, 8. You might have heard probably contradicting numbers, 9 or 8. It's because it was still a live scene, and our team are still in hospitals. Others are been deployed and dispatched to mortuaries just to identify those bodies. So I think we are still at that point in time, and the driver who was driving the tow truck has been arrested at this point in time, but is also in hospital.
So we can confirm ultimately that the person in the tow truck was only one vehicle, or one person in that vehicle, and 24 others then in the other vehicle, in which 8 people have lost their lives. Is that correct?
Very true, that's correct. That is ZCC members, yes, were in a pilgrimage towards Dugudugu at Mkanyago, the district coming from Empangeni. Yes, we can confirm that.
Yeah. In terms of medical assistance, I know you've just said that a lot of others have been injured, sent to hospital. Is that the case? Is that severely injured, or these minor injuries that you are foreseeing?
It varies. Others will be fatally ill, or fatally terrible in terms of the injuries at this point in time, and others will be minor injuries. So it will vary, which is why that you'll find that at the scene, RTI and subs with ambulance health department will just then dictate what to do at this point in time. Yeah, so you'll find that others will be discharged later this afternoon, but others will still be in hospital. You might find that they'll need operation, which is why we'll also keep on updating you as to what is the latest, because you do know that in a scene of accident, anything could happen. If it was even this terrible, as you could just see the impact of what transpired or what happened.
Not to put you into the realm of speculation here, Babu Duma, but it happens at very early, if I'm correct here, it's 6:37 in the morning that this has ultimately happened, so very early in the morning, possibly dark, but it is an open road, however, at the same time. Is there great concern that perhaps there may have been, visibility issues or perhaps intoxication of any sort?
It's dangerous for us to speculate, and remember that, which is why on the initial task we give you the preliminaries, and which is why I gave you the incident that the police have taken the driver of the tow truck driver into their custody, even though he's in hospital. It's something that they usually do. It does not directly link of what happened, which is why as well we don't even say that why were they in an open low LTV or the long wheelbase. So at this point in time, because once there is a fatality, we just treat that as a very sensitive matter, which is why we also crave the indulgence of our people that when you pass the live scene, it's always strategic not to post and just highlight, because just imagine your loved one, you found that he has lost life on the scene, yet you have not been told. So it's better that we communicate with all the families, and that's where it's always strategic. So at this point in time, we don't want to anticipate as to exactly why or what happened, but we can just tell you that the driver has been arrested. So, which is a key feature for us, because it is always giving you the indications that somewhere, somehow there's been a recklessness, and somewhere, somehow people died in the scene.
So with that in mind, does that mean that the driver arrested has possibly been charged with culpable homicide, or is that still to be determined?
In fact, usually, because as you remember that in terms of the case law, if it founds that the issue comes from reckless to direct, it might even relate to murder. Like, for instance, let's say, for instance, that in another scenario, if they found the driver that has been driving intoxicated, that's murder. It's no longer culp at this point in time. So, because we always want to tell our people that when you drive on the road, you don't drive only that vehicle, a vehicle in front of you, at the back, on the side, even the pedestrian. You must always be mindful, because that's what a proper driver does, adhere the rules of the road. So at this point in time, we will say that he has been arrested. He might face culpable, he might face murder after it has been determined, because if you just directly or deliberately cause a sin, then you must be charged for such. So I think that's what we could just say at this point in time.
Yeah. Have the bodies of the 8 who have unfortunately passed away been identified, whether it be by next of kin or those around, and have those families then been notified?
Yes, we've dealt with almost all those issues. Remember that there were 24. It means that some of them were related, so it will be easy, because some will still be able to talk to them. And yes, we've liaised with all the families, which is why I've said that our team is still in hospital as we speak. Others have been taken to mortuaries just to identify. So yes, we are liaising with the families, and they've been cooperatives under these circumstances. So they've cooperated well with our task team that is assigned to do that RTI guys. Yes.
All right, just as a final question then, MEC, has the N2 itself, along with this accident happened, has that been cleared in terms of traffic as well then? And is traffic again free-flowing in the area?
Yeah, it is free-flowing, although they are still dealing with the wreckages. So yes, it's still the process. You can just drive past through that one. So I think, yes, they've done a great job in ensuring that the sin is not terrible anymore.
KZN MEC for Transport, Siboniso Duma, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate the clarity and